We talked about a couple weeks ago. Floyd did a live on Instagram talking about he was offered a 3 or 4 fight deal for $1 billion with UFC. Dana White kind of confirmed they was in talks with him to come over to UFC. This your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the Box Clinic and more. He'd be an idiot, I think. As far as I know, he don't have any boxing, any wrestling background or other martial art background other than boxing. Unless they put the right opponent in front of him, I think he's an idiot. At 40 years old, a guy who doesn't need the money, but as far as not needing the money, he needs the fame. He's thirsty. He's thirsty for the spotlight, just like Earl Smith said. If he's seriously in negotiations to fight in UFC for 3 or 4 fights for $1 billion, power to him. He want to go out there and cross over and take the Conor McGregor challenge. Do it. If your thirst for the spotlight and to be talked about is that bad, and you're so addicted to the spotlight, you just can't go into the shadows and be quiet and just be a boxer promoter, go ahead. He's going to embarrass himself. He's going to get knocked out by somebody, especially if they step the competition level up to a certain point. And UFC needs it, to be honest. They both need each other. Floyd needs the spotlight. Obviously, he'll take the $1 billion. He probably needs that as well. Who don't? And UFC numbers have been declining. The pay-per-view numbers have been declining so bad that they need another main attraction in the octagon. And I guess they both can help each other out. Do I think it's a smartest idea for Floyd? No. I mean, leave it to guys like the Klitschko brothers who have a kickboxing background. Guys like Jarrell Beard Miller who have a kickboxing background. Guys like Vasily Lomachenko, I hear, was a great wrestler. Leave it to guys that have the background. Kermit Cintron says he had a wrestling background as well, I believe. Leave it to guys like that, Guys who act, Sean Porter, probably a guy that'd be good at the UFC. I don't know his wrestling background, but I know he played football and stuff of that nature. That's here nor there. But leave it to guys who have the other martial arts background to be real rounded and who's younger and who can make that full circle. When McGregor jumped over to boxing, what's McGregor, 27, 28, 29? I mean, Floyd is 40, 41 years old. Leave it to the younger guys, And like I said, he's so thirsty for the spotlight, it's sickening. And, don't get it wrong, Bernard was the same way. He was thirsty for the spotlight, and it took for Kovalev, and then Joe Smith Jr. to retire him finally. Even after the Kovalev battering, he still wanted to come back and continue to fight. And Joe Smith Jr. had to put the nail in his coffin. And, thank God he did. He was 50 years old. And I can see Floyd being on a similar run like that. But he's such safety first, man. Would I watch it? Absolutely not. I didn't pay for the McGregor Mayweather thing, but I watched it a little bit. I just wouldn't watch it, man. I'm just want him and Pacquiao to turn the keys over to the young guys. Stop overshadowing combat sports. If McGregor gonna continue to do UFC, let him reign over there and let somebody arise in boxing. It may be, Joshua, Wilder, Spence, Thurman, Garcia, Lomachenko. Let them figure it out, man. If it's your fighter, Tank Davis, why does this guy continue to want to just stay in the news headlines? Why? Why he just can't go into the shadows and be happy with the fruits of his labor and enjoy retirement? Get fat like everybody else, or stay in shape like Jerry Rice and just stay in shape just for the hell of it. To live a long, fruitful life and raise his kids. I understand it's hard for an athlete to transition, excuse me, from, being in the spotlight and doing something your whole life to finding other ventures. Why don't you go take a reading class, a college course, you know what I'm saying? Go take a pottery class. Go do something. You travel the world already. Go do something else. You got 7 women you claim, and whatever it may be. Why are you so thirsty for the spotlight, man? Be a box promoter, do what you do, But this crazy. But who gonna turn down 3 or 4 fights in for $1 billion? Obviously, the first 2 or 3 fights is gonna be easy opponents. Maybe a 3rd or 4th fight will be against McGregor when they feel like he got a skill level up. But hey, he want to go. I mean, if the money is more, if the money is worth more than damaging his legacy, let him go ahead and do it. He said he don't fight for legacy. Remember, he said he fight for $1. So obviously, if he signs his contract, he fight for the dollar, not his legacy. Because even though the L and the epic ass whooping he gonna take didn't take place in boxing, people still gonna translate it to you took an L overall. So the O is gone. We gone.